Hey guys, it's Dave Trout with Move Forward Fitness. We are going to do some core exercises today. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite core exercises, different examples of different things we can do with minimal equipment that's going to give us a great core workout. So first thing we think about with core, there's two kinds of core exercises. We can do core exercises for stability or for strength. So we're going to work on a little bit of both. The first one I'm going to show you is more of a strength exercise. It is a psoas march. So psoas is actually our hip flexor, but our hip flexor goes all the way up into our abdomen. And this particular exercise will strengthen and improve your hip flexion, but also it is very potent on the core. I'm going to show you two different variations on how to do it, and depending on your level, and we'll go from there. The easiest variation would be having the band looped around my foot, and if you want it to make the exercise more difficult, you use a harder band. If you want to make it easier, you just use an easier, lighter band. First step, if I do not have the best core activation, or I'm just beginning to learn how to use my core, I'm going to sit on my hands and rest as I push my leg and pull my knee in. So the pull in is where most of the activation happens. So I'm really trying to pull my knee to my face while I push my other leg away. You'll also notice this is a straight line movement. I am not cycling my legs up like this. It's just straight in, straight back. So if we have, like I said, a harder time activating the core, or we generally feel our lower back when we do core exercises, we want to support our lower back by sitting on our hands and constantly pushing your lower back into the mat. That is key to ensure that your core is optimally activated and your lower back is not. So if I want to make it a little bit more challenging, I can remove my hands from my lower back and I can raise my shoulder blades off the ground. Whenever I raise my shoulder blades off the ground, I get more core activation. So when we're ready, we're going to go through one set, 10 reps each leg. So contract the core here. We're going to pull and push. 1 and 1. 2, 2. Maintaining that lower back pressure on the mat. 3. That's key. Anytime the lower back is activated, it means I am losing my core. So pushing the lower back is key to success and optimal results. And there's no egos here. If you have to sit on your hands to make it easier, rest your head, go for it. 7, 8, and 8. Almost there. Big pull with that knee, big squeeze in that side body. 9, 9. Last one. 10, 10. Get rid of that band. You're done with that one. So, great exercise. Remember, lower back pressed in the mat, engaging the core, choosing the resistance band carefully. Next exercise we're going to get into is for our obliques, or our side body. So we're going to get into one of my favorite side body exercises, and this is the side plank raise. So when we think about strength building in the core, this is a great exercise to help us with that. So what we're going to think about, there's two different variations we can do here. If we're once again, we haven't done this before, or if we don't have the core strength yet, we're going to keep doing it on the knees. So we're just going to extend our hips and down. Keys here, shoulder lined up with elbow. That is very important. If my shoulder and my elbow do not line up and I get over somewhere like this, I'm going to load my shoulder joint a lot, and that's going to cause me a lot of discomfort, potentially injuries. I need to line up my joint so my joints are stacked, and now I'm safe and secure. My shoulder joint is in a good position. From here, if I'm going the easy variation, I push through my knee. I'm going to put my hand on my hip and extend, engaging the side body, keeping my shoulder over my elbow and not getting away from it. So I go down and up. If that variation is easy, or you want to challenge yourself, the next progression is with my legs straight. So I'm doing the same thing, line up my joints. So we'll do this together. We'll do both sides. So when we're ready, we're going to go for 8 reps per side. Going up, contract the side body, and down. I'm engaged through my legs. I'm contracting everything, and my legs are very firm and active. My shoulder is very active here for 3, constantly pushing into the mat. That will ensure my shoulder joint isn't getting loaded, and also it'll help me get more height. I'll get even more side body here. 5, 3 more. Engage for 6. Last 2. 7. And 1 more. 8. Side planks for a lot of people are not their favorite core exercise, and the reason why is because their obliques are weak. Obliques are one of the most fundamental muscles for keeping our nice core strength and our spine nice and safe. So we really want to make sure that we learn how to engage these muscles properly, and we work out them often. The problem is when we don't feel like we're good at something, we don't like doing it. But that's the best thing to do. If you're not good at it, do it a lot until you're good at it, and you won't hate it as much. So we're going to do this side, exact same thing for 8 reps. Either choose the knee or leg straight. When we're ready, up for 1 and down. Up for 2 and down. And what goes through my brain? How much can I get out of this movement? Not how little, but how high can I get my hips? How much side body? How much can I push to my shoulder? 6. Last couple here. 7. And the last one. 8. Perfect. So we did our psoas march. We did our side plank raises. So now we're going to work on some stability. So we're going to go into some holds, some plank movements. And when we do a plank, sometimes you'll hear people have different opinions on planks. We're going to teach you how to optimally do a plank, because sometimes we hear things said a lot, so we think that they're correct. But a lot of times with the plank, there's certain things that we need to focus on to optimize our connection and optimize our result for it. So the first thing we're going to talk about, a universal concept, is our joints need to line up. So if I'm doing a plank, I want to have my hands lined up with my elbows. I do not want to have my hands come in. That feels more comfortable for people, but exercise is not about comfort, it's about result. So when my hands come in, what I'm actually telling my body is to internally rotate everything. That's not good posture. We want to help improve our posture, so we need to keep our joints lined up. Also, that's going to support my structure better. So, first thing, line up my joints. Next, I protract. So we hear a lot of people talk about it's a flat back. It's actually a slightly rounded back because I want to protract my shoulders, because that's how I actually stabilize my shoulder joint. So that my shoulder and my upper back is helping me with the movement, and it's not relying on the joint to do the movement, which is bad because that will help wear down the joints over time. So I line my joints up, push up to my upper back, and then I just step my leg, and hold. So we're going to do that together. We're going to count to 30 together. The way we can progress this movement is by just extending the amount of time. You can add resistance, or you can do different kinds of planks. But for now, we're going to show you the basic one because it is a fundamental movement. So together, we're going to count to 30. So hands lined up, protract the shoulders, and if you're dying in the 30 seconds, go down on your knees, take your ego out of it, it's all good. Left leg back, right leg back, and hold. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, relax. So we worked on some core strength, some core stability, some side body core strength. Now we're going to work on some of the hardest muscles for us to really engage in our core, and the lower portion, the lower abdomen. So one of my favorite and easiest exercises to do here for this is the leg raise. So we're going to show you different progressions, and you just find the one that meets your capacity. So you'll find a lot of these things have fundamentals. So for the leg raise, we're going to make sure that our legs are straight. Beginner version, sit on your hands. Beginner version, you can rest your head down. If you want to get more core activation, we raise our shoulder blades off the ground because that contracts our core more, but you only do what feels comfortable.
From here, if I have the full range of my leg raise, I can just lower and raise. If you have a hard time, your lower back lifts, you feel your lower back, you don't feel your core, then we just need to regress the movement. So how we'll do that is with a reverse crunch. A reverse crunch is just a bent knee, and then we can come down and up. The main thing we need to focus on in the leg raise and the reverse crunch, or anytime we're doing a core exercise with our back on the ground, we need to be pressing our lower back into the mat. That will protect our spine and engage our core. No matter what the core exercise is, if I'm on my back, I need to be pressing it in. So we're going to do it together. So pick your variation, either the bent knee, you can even bend your knees a little less, or you can have straight legs, whatever makes the most sense for you. So we're going to do it for 10 together. So core tight, pressing my lower back in. I'm raising my shoulder blades off the ground. My legs are straight. We're going to go down, pushing my lower back in the ground for 1. Nice and slow. Slow is smooth, and smooth is good for us. Fast doesn't get results. The time under tension is what gets results. So take your time with this. It's not as fun, but it's better for us. 4, 5, pressing my lower back the whole time my legs are coming down. That's the hardest part. Now squeezing the abs in. You can pop your hips if you want to get a little extra range of motion. That's okay. Either works. 7, 8. Last 2. 9, 10. Good job, guys. So those core exercises are great fundamental core exercises, a good place to start. If you want more and you want more advanced variations, just check out my on-demand video that will be posted. It will have a ton of core exercises and it will be a great challenge for you, but we'll also have different levels. So no matter where you're at, you're going to find a great workout with that video. And I hope you enjoyed this one. If your core is feeling it, we know we're doing it right. If you have any questions, be sure to give them to me and I will answer them as best I can. Anyway, guys, it was good working with you. Hope we're having a good day. Take care.